How many times have you told yourself, this is fine, when deep down it wasn't? You weren't happy, you weren't growing, but it was comfortable, and that was enough, for a while. Maybe it started with a job you didn't love, but that's okay because it paid the bills. Or maybe you stopped chasing the dream, stopped speaking up, stopped stretching, risking, trying. Not because you failed, but because you got used to the soft, quiet safety of staying still. Because let's be honest, comfort feels good. It's natural to want to feel easy, safe, and familiar. When you find a place, a routine, or a relationship that feels good, your first instinct is to hold on to it. But comfort can actually be dangerous. It can quietly turn into your biggest limitation. When everything is easy, you don't really have to fight for anything. You don't get used to struggling. You never need to push yourself past what feels safe. And so, without even knowing it, you might start settling. You stop trying to grow. You stop reaching for your real potential. And comfort can stop you from pushing yourself to see how amazing you can truly be. When life feels too smooth, when you're never challenged, and everything feels soft and safe, it can slowly put your dreams to sleep. You're always looking for the easiest way, the path with the least resistance. You might never find out what you're really capable of, and you are capable of something incredible. It's not that you can't do it. You've done this before. Every time you learned something important or became stronger, it probably happened when you were uncomfortable. Starting a new school, trying something you'd never done before, moving to a new place, standing up for yourself. It didn't feel easy at first. You were nervous, maybe even scared. But once you pushed through, you became more confident, more capable, more you. That's because real growth doesn't happen inside your comfort zone. It happens when you step outside of it. When you do things that challenge you, stretch you, and even scare you a little. Back then, life forced you to grow. But at some point, maybe as you got older, that pressure started to disappear. But there's another kind of comfort that holds you back too. The kind that comes from avoiding vulnerability. When you avoid being vulnerable because it feels comfortable, you're actually cutting yourself off from connecting with others and even from understanding yourself. It might feel safe to stay guarded, but it's really a trap. To grow, you need to take the risk of being seen for who you really are, flaws and all. You probably like to feel safe. Most of us do. That's why we avoid situations where we might be embarrassed, judged, or even just looked at too closely. It's like we pretend we're okay when we're not. It's why we act tough when we're scared or stay quiet when we really want to speak up. But staying safe by hiding your real feelings doesn't actually protect you. It just keeps you small. You've been taught to believe that being vulnerable, letting people see the real you, is weakness. That showing your emotions means you're soft or broken. But being real, being open, being honest about how you feel, that's one of the strongest things you can do. Think of comfort as a suit of armor. It might protect you from getting hurt, but it also keeps you from truly connecting with others and experiencing joy and love. This armor can look like trying to be perfect, needing to control everything, or pulling away from people. These behaviors might seem protective, but they actually hold you back from living fully, and you can't grow if you're always wearing armor. If you want real connection with people, if you want to feel seen, heard, and understood, you have to show up as your full self. That means letting people in even when you're scared. It means risking failure, rejection, or embarrassment, because the truth is, everyone feels that way sometimes. You're not alone. You don't need to be perfect or bulletproof. Nobody really is. And when you walk into life, into school, work, relationships, or any challenge, with the courage to be seen as you are, that's when everything starts to change. Yes, it can feel scary, but being vulnerable is how you build real strength. It's how you connect. It's how you grow. The same is true in every part of life, not just in how you show up emotionally but in how you live, move, and make choices. Once you stop challenging yourself, whether it's by hiding your feelings or avoiding hard things, you start to slow down. You stop stretching. You stop risking. You start shrinking, even without realizing it. And that's exactly what happens when you get too comfortable. Instead of being pushed out of your comfort zone, you were invited to stay inside it. You were told it's time to settle, to stay put, to stop chasing change and just be comfortable. And that's when the danger begins. Comfort feels safe, but it slowly dulls you. You might stay in a job you don't like just because it feels secure. You might avoid starting something new because failing would be uncomfortable. You might tell yourself, this is fine, even if part of you knows you're capable of more. The longer you stay there, the easier it is to forget what you once dreamed of. You stop risking, you stop reaching. And when you stop being challenged, when your routines go unbroken, when your world stays predictable, you stop evolving. You forget how strong you can be when you're pushed. You forget how much potential you still have. Eventually, you'll even forget that you've stopped growing. It doesn't happen all at once. The change is slow. You repeat the same patterns, think the same thoughts, follow the same paths. Little by little, your life becomes smaller, and so do you. Not because you aren't capable of more, but because you've accepted comfort as enough. But it isn't. Not if you want to live fully. Growth doesn't end just because you've hit a certain age or settled into a routine. That's myth. The truth is, if you want to keep becoming your best self, you have to choose discomfort again and again. If you want to do something great, something real, something creative, you have to be okay with feeling uncomfortable. If you want to grow, really grow, you've got to choose the hard path on purpose. That means doing things that scare you, push you, stretch you, and even hurt a little. It means stepping into things most people run from. Pain, struggle, fear, and not just facing it, but chasing it. This is also the reason why most people only use about 40% of what they're truly capable of. And comfort is often the reason why. It's like having a superpower but never using it, because everything seems fine as it is. Pushing past comfort helps you tap into the other 60% of your potential. Right now, you're probably living at just 40% of what you're really capable of. Why? Because you like being comfortable. And comfort tricks you into thinking you're doing enough. Think about it. When things get hard, whether it's running that extra lap, speaking up in class, or pushing through a tough day, you probably stop when it gets uncomfortable. Not when you're done, but when you're just tired or nervous or bored. That's your brain's way of protecting you. It wants things to stay easy and safe, but safe doesn't help you grow. You have so much more inside you, but to reach that hidden potential, you've got to get uncomfortable on purpose. You've got to choose the hard thing. Wake up early, push past your limits, try again when you fail. If you keep choosing comfort, you'll stay stuck at 40%. But if you're willing to suffer a little, stretch your limits every day, you can unlock the other 60%, and maybe even more. You don't need to be rich, smart, or talented to do this. You just have to decide that you're not going to let fear or laziness run your life anymore. So choose to face hardships head on, and it will transform you into a better version of yourself. By embracing discomfort, you can grow and achieve more than you ever thought possible. You probably already know that nothing great comes easy. Every time you choose to do something hard, whether it's waking up early, working out when you're tired, studying when you'd rather scroll, or pushing through something scary, you're building the kind of strength that nobody can take from you. Most people avoid pain. They want things to be easy, smooth, and safe. But easy doesn't make you better. You won't become stronger by doing what's easy. You become stronger by doing what most people avoid. You grow when it's hard. You level up when you push through. Every time you choose discomfort on purpose, you're training your mind to handle life better. So you have to challenge yourself, even when it's easier not to. Step into unfamiliar places. Ask the hard questions. Risk failure. Let life shake you up. Keep going even when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when it's all noise and no reward. It's hard enough that you'll lose things. It's uncomfortable. You'll want to quit, but you stay in it. You keep choosing the hard thing. You keep showing up, and eventually, you stop asking why.